Hey, what's up? It's Jeff, the Horrorfile666. I'm doing this video as a contest response to spaulding069. He recently just put up a video. He has some very cool prizes that he's giving away, and all you had to really do in the video, it's very easy. Just show 3 of your favorite zombie films from the 1980s. The reason why I have like 4 DVDs here is because one is going to kind of be like a default in case the other one really doesn't qualify. I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, so this is for Vance. He lives in North Carolina. He's a fantastic guy. I mean, he's just so nice. Like, he would literally like give you the shirt off his back, if he could, if you needed it. I mean, I know that's like a cliche thing to say about someone, but I mean, when you talk about true friends, I mean, I've met, a bunch of you guys on here, and I really think that everybody's awesome, definitely. But, it's like there's always some people you talk to a little bit more than others, whatever. And, Vance has been one of those people for me, along with Winter King 1967, which is Sean, and a few other, people as well. But, I mean, I talk to Vance on a daily basis, and, we've become real close since meeting here on YouTube. And he was actually also one of my first subscribers. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to do this video for him, as a contest response and everything. And, yeah, so this is like, a few of my favorite zombie films from the 1980s. I'm going to talk about the first 2, then I'll mention a little bit about the third one, and then also the backup to the third one. Yeah, this is The Dead Next Door. This was put out by Anchor Bay. I mean, this one isn't out of print or anything, but they're supposed to be doing like another release of it. I forgot what company was going to be doing that, but yeah, so I mean the cover of this actually attracted me to it, and I had heard of it before, and I know it was on VHS and everything. It's just I had not seen it, and I heard some great things about it, and I finally picked it up. This was at least 6 months ago or more, and yeah, you can see on there's some pretty good gore in there, and this was a pretty low budget film, for the time. It got great reviews even back then from Deep Red magazine with Chaz Balun, and yeah, I mean it's pretty action packed, and the zombie makeup is cool, and I mean I'm a sucker for just about anything zombie related, and this one really served its purpose for me, and it has a great place in my collection, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So I mean, if there is like a re-release of a Blu-ray or something, I'm definitely going to get that. Next up is The Return of the Living Dead Part 2. At first I was going to go with the first one, and then, I mean, that one is almost always on everyone's list, and a lot of people crap on Return of the Living Dead Part 2, but I mean, I thought it was, phenomenal, and the comedy elements that were in it, were very easy to understand, and they were just kind of like witty and everything, and just the whole delivery of some of the comedy lines were great, and I mean the zombie makeup again was fantastic, and just the artwork here. This is just about the same as the old VHS style. I had an older Fangoria magazine, and the face on here was a little bit different, like the nose was different, and it was darker, like they put these yellows and things in there, and yeah, I mean it was just like awesome. I mean I can't even describe it. It's just so many of the different scenes that I enjoy, like when they're in the hospital, and at the end when the zombies get electrocuted, and then there's like a couple real funny ones, like one guy looks like Michael Jackson and stuff, and I mean that was just crazy. It's like, why would they even put that in there, but they did. Yeah, so that's Return of the Living Dead Part 2. And yeah, so now let me get to the third one. Basically I picked this Nightmare City. One huge reason is because I love this cover. I mean, I could talk about this cover for like an hour if you let me, but yeah, the only reason why, well, this is basically grouped in with zombie films and stuff, but this is more of a thing similar to like 28 Days Later. Even on the back here it says infected citizens that they're transformed into bloodthirsty undead fiends. I mean, that would pretty much say that they were zombies basically, but it's like when you watch this, they don't fully look like zombies. They have like this weird looking like clay type of crap on their face. I mean, the the makeup in this was really not very good. But I mean, it was good with the budget that they had, which was like virtually nothing. And you know, there was so many problems on the set of this movie, even having it filmed and things. I know like certain locations that they used, they didn't even really have like, you know, verified to be used and stuff, and they kind of just did it guerrilla style, you know. And yeah, so, and this got great reviews on DVD Drive-In, which I used to check out a lot. I haven't really been on that in a long time, but yeah, it's got Hugo Stiglitz in there. He was also in the film Survive, which was great. And just even like the supporting cast was great. And Umberto Lenzi is one of my favorite directors, of course, from Eaten Alive, Cannibal Ferox. So yeah, I don't know if this 100% counts as a zombie film. That's why I'm also going to talk about this. I don't have an official release of it because it's very expensive. This was on this like cheapy DVD called The Undead Rising. But there has 3 films on there. I'm not going to even mention about the first 2. I'm just focusing on this, Hard Rock Zombies. This was directed by, I believe it was Krishna Shah. He was, you know, Hindu gentleman. And I mean, this movie is awesome. Like when the band basically comes back as zombies, they don't really have like the mannerisms that an actual zombie would. I mean, somewhat, but not really. So I mean, this movie is just so bizarre, and again, people crap on it all the time. But there is like an official just single DVD release, and from what I've seen, it's about at least $25 or more, and even used. And I don't really feel like spending that right yet just to get it, because it's pretty much the same print that's on here. It might be just a bit better quality, but I mean, even the music itself in this is friggin' great. I love it. It has music by a guy called Paul Sabu, and he also had a band of his own things, and it's one of these kind of like a rock type of thing, but this is like rock with zombies. There's been a bunch of other ones like Rocktober Blood and Trick or Treat and all kinds of stuff like that, like hard rock influenced horror. And yeah, so basically that's my choices. I guess you could maybe call it like 3.5. So Hard Rock Zombies, Nightmare City, The Dead Next Door, and Return of the Living Dead Part 2. So yeah, huge thanks to Vance for holding this contest. I mean, like, he really didn't have to, but I know like he's been talking about wanting to do a contest really for the longest time, and I'm sorry just showing like 3 or 4 DVDs like took forever, but I'm bad at basically telling a short story, but because for some reason I just like to have a lot of details in the things I say. I don't know why, but I mean, I hope I don't bore you guys to death out there. And I wanted to get this up as soon as I could. I did have a busy day, and my weekend's also going to be pretty full. But I wanted to get this up while I still had some time tonight and stuff. And yeah, so thanks so much, Vance. And for everybody watching this, I appreciate everyone watching my channel, checking out my videos, leaving me awesome comments, and I've gotten a number of brand new subscribers since I last did my other video, probably at least 10 or more. So wherever they're coming from, I'm not positive, but yeah, so thanks all you guys to subbing as well, and look forward to some new content coming up soon. Hope everybody's gonna have a great weekend this weekend, and yeah, take care. Alright, bye.